Hey guys, and welcome to another Stash Busters video. So today we will be using stamps. So Laura was so kind, or Rumble was so kind to send me some stamp sets because I didn't have any. So she sent me these two Cocoa, sorry, I have a bit of the hiccups here. She sent me these two Cocoa Daisy stamps, and I will certainly be using this tag one, and we'll see about the other one. Hey guys, and welcome to another Stash Busters video. So for the month of November, as I mentioned, we are using stamps. So I'm starting with my tag stamp. I'm just adding some black ink, and I'm going to stamp that once. And it's not like a really clear look, but I don't really care for this particular look because I want it to be a bit messy. You'll see in a bit why. So then I stamped one with the Tumble Glass Distress ink, and I'm going to do one with the Mermaid Lagoon. And I sort of wish I did all of them with the Mermaid Lagoon or the Abandoned Coral, which I'm going to do now. But anyway, so yes, I'm going to stamp out 6 tags. So I'm going to do one more black and then one more Mermaid Lagoon. No, actually, I'm going to do the Cracked Pistachio, not the Mermaid Lagoon. So I did 2 black ones and I did one of all the other ones. So here I'm taking my Pebeo. I think that's yikes. I think that's how that's pronounced. I'm not sure. So this is just a watercolor set. And I'm just taking some of my favorite colors. I don't even know what photo I'm going to use or anything. And I'm just adding some watercolor to all of my tags, and I'm trying to add all of the same colors. And you see how they just pull up and mix together? I just love how these turned out. So I'm moving the paint around so my mix is up a bit. So I'm adding blues, yellow, green, pink, and purple. And when the paint starts to get a bit brownish, I just dab it up with a paper towel and continue adding more color. So yes, this was this took quite a while, but I really enjoyed it, and I really like the end result as well. So some tags are starting to come together, but others are just not working. So I'm just working on all of them simultaneously. So I'm adding paint with the large brush, and then in places where I want just a bit or I want to spread it around a bit, I'm just using the tiny brush that I have there. So I finally found my brushes. Actually, I bought new ones, but then I also found my old brush. So I can do stuff like this again. Anyway, so yeah, so you see that the ones on the right have a lot of blue, but no pinks or purples or any other color, basically. So I'm just going back and adding all of those colors to those tags. I don't know why, but I'm just using plain cardstock. I didn't even put I didn't even put gesso on it, and the paint is like pooling up on the surface, and then it's spreading around and mixing with the other colors, and I think that's gorgeous. Anyway, and I'm sorry, I keep putting my head just a bit under the camera. So, yeah. So I'm just trying to add a good mix of all of the colors on all of the tags. And so I'm using a sort of hot pink. So those are done. I've cut them out, and I've also stamped a little circle on them. And you see my lighting's changed because it now got dark, and I had to turn on my lamps and stuff like that. So I'm sorry for the glare. So here I'm taking A3 paper and I'm cutting it down to a 12 by 12 because I don't have any 12 by 12 cardstock, and this is it's a bit thicker than printer paper, but I don't really mind. So I know I want to layer a bunch of these tags on the side of the layout. So I have 6 of the ones I made, which I love. And then I'm pulling in 3 black ones, and those are from IKEA. And I want to fill this up quite a bit. So I'm sorry, I'm a bit out of frame here at the top. So then I pulled these colored tags from Tiger, but they're just not really working. So I tried the green and the blue, and I did try the purple at some point, but no, I'm not liking it. So I'm abandoning the colored tags. So in that little container there, I have a little pocket with all of my tags, which is why you see me going through that. And then here I saw this little purple tag that looked not good for a bit, but then I decided not to use it because it just didn't work. So then I also knew I had some tags in the Atwell collection Ziploc bag. So I have the whole Atwell collection in there. Anyway, so I took a small blue one and a small yellow one. I'm just going to layer those in with the other tags, and I'm hoping I'm going to fix this frame in a bit. Yeah, so then here I wanted to fill in some of the gaps, and I'm just cutting out more of these florals. I've been doing this on every layout for the past like 6 layouts. And I love how they look, but I'm not sure how they will look all next to each other in my album, but I'm trying to ignore that fact. Anyway, so that's from the 6x6 paper pad, and I'm cutting out just some flowers, and I'm just sticking them in little spots throughout the layout. Then here I finally decide to glue it down, so I'm marking the spots with my pencil, and I am going to cut this part out. I'm just going to glue a couple of tags before I cut the video out, and you'll see that I'll have everything glued back when I come back. And then I should be in frame after that, in theory, so there. And of course I'm not in frame. I'm really sorry. So I just used some Scotch, it's a dual applicator glue. And then here I'm going through all my photos to see what matches. And I only have one photo that really matches. And I wasn't really in the mood to scrapbook that one, but I didn't have a choice. But I really do love how the layout turns out. And it is a really cute photo, but I was hoping to scrapbook some other ones. Anyway, so that is a photo of my little sister. So I went through some more photos here, trying to see if I could find anything else. So the photo I picked is of my little sister painting, and she has this cute, weird face that I don't know what she was doing, but yeah. And I'm going to trim down that photo quite a bit, so you see I'm a bit more in frame now. Well, now I'm not, but I was for a second there. So I'm trimming down my photo because I know I want to add some of that same watercolor paint around it. So I'm just trimming it down as much as I can. And I'm taking my gesso and I'm just creating an outline around my photo and spreading the gesso onto the page with my finger, because I'm just going to do a bit of that same technique as I did on the tags to sort of border my photo. So I'm using some gesso from, yikes, it's a new brand, so I'm not sure where it's from yet. I think it's made in Holland, but I don't remember the name of it. So anyway, here I'm taking these sticky notes from the Atwell collection, and I wanted to add just something more to that cluster, so I thought those frames looked nice, but I don't know, they seemed a bit weird, so I'm just letting that idea sink in while I work on the watercolor, since my gesso is now dry. So I'm taking some of the same colors and I'm just doing the same technique. I'm moving around my paper, adding more color with my paintbrushes, spreading it around with the paintbrush, spreading it around with the moving the page, then dabbing it up if there's too much color, and I'm going to add all the same colors, so blue, pink, green, yellow, and purple. And I'm trying to remind myself to keep it towards the outer edges because the inner part of the circle isn't going to be covered up. So yeah, I'm just trying to mix these colors without them becoming brown, and the brown is starting to take over a bit, so just scoop that paint off and start again by adding some purple. And then I'm adding more blue because the blue got lost from before. And then some more green. And some more pink. And I think that's about it. because look at how awesome that is. I don't know why, but I just love that technique. So that's dry now, and I'm just working on the layout again. I'm trying to incorporate those frames, but it's just not, no. And then I also didn't like those banner thingies, so I moved them. And then I got the puffy stickers from the Owl collection, and I'm going to use 3 leaves. So I added the blue one to the florals on top, and then I'm going to add this black one and another blue one to the yellow one at the bottom. And again, I'm really sorry the top part is a bit out of frame. And then I'm also going to add that little happy sticker on one of those tags to bring it more of that blue. And I thought I could add some more paper elements, but yeah, so I'm thinking about stamping a bit more, but I don't know what to do. And then I thought I could add some more florals because there's quite a lot of white space. So I'm testing it out by using a punch, but I don't like that floral piece, so I'm thinking I could just do a heart. And I'm not gonna end up using that either. I did punch out like 3 hearts. And I think I did use the light blue one, I'm not sure. So I punched a red, a blue, and another blue. So the blue and the red I know for sure I didn't use. Now I'm not sure about the light blue one. And then I also stamped one out of that gorgeous floral paper, which I didn't use either. So at this point I really thought I would be using them, and then I'm going back to the puffy stickers, and I really want to fill this cluster up a lot. So I'm getting a piece of flare, sticking it there, and then I'm going through my wood veneer, and I have some stars, and then I'm gonna get rid of the stars and add some arrows. And then I'm thinking about adding some more flare. And at this point, I still feel like it needs something, but I'm not really liking how it is. So I thought, okay, maybe I can add some enamel dots. So I took 3 large gold enamel dots and added those to the page. But it still needs stuff, so I'm just adding and adding and adding. So these are some postage stamps that were in the right colors, and I never used them. So I thought this would be the perfect opportunity to use them, so I'm just tucking them into the layers. And then I just don't really like how that looks at the moment, so I'm moving on to the photo to see what's gonna happen. And I just cut off that little piece of the blue from the 6x6 paper pad from the Atwell collection and put it next to my photo. And then I thought I could brighten up this cluster over here with some washi tape, but that's just not working. So I didn't like the hearts. I removed the hearts. Then I removed the flare, then I switched that paper to the other side and added some washi tape onto that. Then I'm trying again with those frames, but no. And then I thought I could add some of this chipboard. So this is the, so I do add 2 little tabs, one there and one somewhere else in just a bit. So here I said, okay, that washi tape's not working, let's get rid of that. And then I wanted to add that little tab there. And okay, the flare's not working, let's get rid of that. Then I'm getting rid of all of these postage stamps because they're not working out. And when I removed all of that, it's much better, but I still don't really like that cluster there. So I thought, okay, I'll just leave it as so and move on to another part of the layout while I think about what I want to do with that. So these are the puffy stickers from the Atwell collection, the alphas I mean, and I'm just going to spell out the word painter with these gorgeous black and white stripe alphas. And then I thought I would incorporate some of the puffy sticker elements, so I'm adding the little dots, but that's not, no. So I'm going to remove those. And then I'm also going to remove the enamel dots because they're just too much. And so I'm back where I started, and I still feel like it needs something. That cluster is much better, but I still feel like it needs just a little something, so I'm coming in with some rhinestones and just adding that. And then I'm gluing down everything. So those 2 tabs that I use are chipboard tabs, and they're from the Desktop Waterfall Pack by Becky Higgins. And then I decided, okay, the last thing it needs is splatter. So I just took out my watercolor set and I'm splattering in all the colors I used. So again, blue, pink, yellow, purple, and green. And I have multiple shades of all of that, but I'm just using the same shades I did. And I don't really know the names of those, so I apologize for that. So I'm just adding some paint on my paintbrush with some water and then flicking it onto the page. And that just finishes off the layout. Well, thanks for joining us, and make sure to check out all of the lovely ladies' videos that you can find their links in the descriptions below. Thanks for watching. See you next time.